today we are here with the person that has inspired us on study stabilometry. Okay, one of the most important engineer in the posturology field, the Professor Maurice Wacnin. We are here for an interview because in our mind we think that he is the real father of the stabilometry. Thanks, Maurice, to be here in Venice with us, and you're welcome.
Thanks, Diego, to invite me to do this interview, to answer in your question. My English is very poor. I was supposed to give this interview in French, but okay.
I think that everybody will be happy to hear our interview. Okay, so Maurice, the first question is, how do you start this interest for the posturology?
I start in 1969 in the laboratory of neurophysiology in Marseille. The chief was Jacques Paillard.
Okay.
I started
that invite you to this laboratory because he was looking for a person with some particular characteristics.
Yes, at the first, Jacques Paillard sent a message to my school, engineer school, and he asked, he want the best student, especially in electronic, because in 1969 there is no computer, everything was with analogic oscilloscope, and always analogic, so he want the best in electronic.
So your expertise, now we cut, we decide which is
the first experience with Jacques Paillard, he asked me, are you able to measure the reflex, Hoffman reflex? And he said, because we are obliged to take a film of this reflex, and we measure each graph, one and one. So it is not automatic. And 6 months after, I built the first voltmeter, peak voltmeter. He catch and he measure automatically the peak of the reflex. And this device was sold in all the world. Till now, in the Hospital Garches in France, they use still now they use this voltmeter peak voltmeter. To record and to give with Nixie, you know, at time there is no LED, there is no Dell, there is only the tube, gas tube, to give you the information in numerical form, shape.
So everything starts from a reflex.
Reflex Hoffman.
Find a reflex. Okay.
Hoffman reflex.
When did you decide to build the first platform?
At this date, at 1972-73, we have a contrast, the laboratory have the contrast with the COMEX. COMEX is, they are specialists to high pressure, hyperbary. Okay. And with the Russian Salyut 8 especially. And they want to measure the posture before and after the spationaut, after the travel in the space.
Okay.
So they need something to measure it. And at that time, we use, we call this semelle dynamometric. And we have 4 plaques. And we have to adjust the plaque. It was very difficult, and the result was in analogic signal. There is no computer. They start the computer, but it was not. We don't use it. Use it only.
So in the past, you are telling us that in the past, in your first idea, you already separated the filter.
Yes.
Okay.
We cannot use the platform. You prepare to separate, and you have only, no statognogram, only the curve in function of the time. For example, the curve of X and the curve of Y, of the curve Z, of the curve the FFT of each plaque, each plate. Well, no combination to make a statokinesigram of XY. You have not in the plan the curve. Only one dimension curve, graph.
Okay. Okay. After, why did you stop this type of project to go to the 3-sensor platform?
Yes. We have to do a study in the hospital, north of Cispal in Marseille. They work on the Meniere disease, you know. Professor, what is his name? Magnan, Professor Jacques Magnan. They ask our laboratory if we are able to measure the stabilimetry of a person with this disease, Meniere disease, you know.
Okay.
So we look in the market.
So the first was the vestibulum.
The vestibule.
Evaluate the vestibulum.
They want to evaluate the stabilimetry disease, the stability of the patient before neurotomy and after neurotomy.
Okay.
Of this is the Meniere, this is the curve vestibular nerve. Okay.
Okay.
And in the market, only one build for the medical, especially for medical, was Dynatronic. But we asked Dynatronic, it was a so complex plate that I decided to build my own plate. And this plate was different from this they use in Association of Posturology, AFP. They use dynamometric, but it was very complex. You have to 1 hour to move the feet so that the center of pressure was in the center of the electric center of the platform.
Okay.
So it was very complicated, and they use 5 hertz. I decided to use at the first time 10 hertz, not 5 hertz, and I decided to replace the transducer. The transducer in the dynamometric platform was beam, and they cannot, if you apply a force, they cannot move the beam. It was very complex. It was not accurate. I used the beam. I used the transducer with the stress in Z.
Okay.
And what is the innovation? Also, the position of the feet, you have not to move. You have to give the size of the feet. And the software at this time was IBM. It's better manually. IBM.
Yes.
Yes. And I built in 1996 the first in DOS, the first program. The program, the name was Petra. Postural Evaluation of Real-Time, Petra.
We are speaking about the ages
1996.
96, okay.
And I built 2 platforms, one for the laboratory and one for the hospital.
Okay.
And Magnan, I am not doctor. He said you are obliged to write the bilan, postural bilan. You are obliged. It's an order. I am the chief. It's an order. I am not doctor.
And you told him, I am not a doctor. I can't do this.
I can do this. Yeah, you are
but
obliged.
The chief told.
Yes. And all the hospital, they send me, for example, the first Gola for occlusion. He sent me patient. He said, Maurice, test if I put 5 piece of paper here.
Yes.
The patient fall. I don't know why. And if I measure, it was wonderful for me. I cannot imagine that way I can measure with the posture the problem, the occlusal problem. And after that, Gola, in all the world, they make conference.
So in all these years, you have the possibility to see many patients.
Yes, a lot. We write the first publication with Lacour, Magnan, and me, of course. And this publication was a preset publication because it was the first for the Meniere. We tested the Meniere before and after neurotomy.
So my question now is, when you have in the other side a person that you are using a little like a rabbit because you are making research, no? More
yes,
or less.
I
How did you find the power to be in contact with this person, to have a relation that has to be a human relation with a person?
It was very, very important. Do you know why? Because they come, they are not stable.
Yes.
And I speak with them. I said it's at the beginning they were afraid with this device. The device was high, and sometimes I have for example, I have one story, very, very good story. Magnan Chais was engineer and doctor in this hospital. It was the student of Magnan. And he sent me a person. He said, Maurice,
yes,
this person simulates, but I can't
prove
that he simulates. We have a lot of examen. And they pay, you know, the security social,
yes, social
pay, they pay, and he cost a lot of money.
Yes.
This person had an accident because he worked in the bâtiment building, and they take on the head. He was
as an accident.
Okay. And he said when he came on my device, on my platform, he fall and I don't know what is the term. Il vomit in France. Il vomit.
Yes.
And one person was obliged to.
Yes, I understand.
And I take this person. I speak with him, but he doesn't move. Why? He simulates. I see the simulation with the curve. And after a few minutes, I discuss with him. He said, yeah, okay, Maurice, I need money to build. I ask him, okay, it's better for us to give him money. I tell to Magnan, it costs less to give him money and to stop the exam because it costs a lot of money. He simulates. I know that because at the first, when I ask him, what is your name? I don't know. What is your phone? I don't know. I forget. And after I speak with him, yes, he gives me the name, everything.
Yes.
Well, most of the story I have with this period 1988.
Okay.
With Magnan,
okay.
I have a big.
But on the same time, you were also working on something that is not posture, that is the larynx, no?
Alors, this much later, in 1995, I decided to leave when Professor Hugon retired,
yes,
yes, pension. Bon. In the laboratory, you know, we grow together, and one we have the same age, and one began to be the chef to replace Maurice Hugon. But
yes,
the problem.
It's not difficult to
voilà.
When somebody disappears, the equilibrium changes.
Yeah, the equilibrium changes.
There was a lot of competition.
Yeah, competition. They don't accept. Sometimes. Yes. Bon, all the team separate. For example, the great researcher Gautier and Vercher and not the great researcher, but we leave this laboratory,
Yes.
and Sam goes to the CNRS. I prefer to go to, because posturology is the field of, it's medical field in
Yes.
more or less. I decided to go to the hospital, to the university, CHU, Centre Universitaire Hospitalier Universitaire, is in the University of Medicine. It was Université de la Méditerranée, the Mediterranean.
Okay.
And I was in the hospital,
Yes.
but I depend of the university. I
Okay.
teach also for the university, okay? And they told me I select ENT, ORL, ENT, laboratory. It was the federation of ENT, ORL. And this federation, we have 6 professors. It was the biggest in Europe.
Okay.
All professors specialize in a field, for example, larynx or ear or noise,
Yes,
everything. And I chose for the equilibrium
Yes.
ENT. And they said, we don't know what is this postural field, but we work essentially on the voice and larynx. So, if you want, you do your research half-time posture and
Yes.
half-time on the modelization of the larynx.
Okay.
So for me, it was the best, because what is the difference between the animal and the human is essentially the voice and the erect posture.
Yes.
So we create the phonoposturology. Phonoposturology. This is a new field. We can make the field of voice and posturology. What does it mean? We take a subject on
Yes.
the platform,
Yes.
and he is supposed to speak, and we record all the parameters, all the postural parameters with a camera and
Yes.
with a posture, you know,
Okay.
and with micro. And sometimes in the laboratory arrive the singer from the opera,
Okay.
and we have a lot of and also we record the breath. We record everything according to the posture and relation.
For many years, this.
Yes.
How many years?
Alors, from 1995 to 2009, 2009, I think.
Okay, so more than 10 years,
Yes.
more or less.
Yes.
Okay.
And we have a lot of publication and innovation, because we prove that we have a relationship, for example, of the men who force the voice with or some pathology of the voice, of the larynx, like nodule, and the posture.
Okay. You found.
For example, the teacher, for example, they
Yes.
force the voice, and they have some pathology on the larynx. We demonstrate that they are very stiff, you know, stiffness
Yes, yes, yes.
on the posture.
Okay.
So we can maybe correct to tell them to relax. You understand?
So now today we are able to say to the singers that
Yes.
they are relaxed, that they can sing.
We compare the best singer, for example, the opera, and we see
Yes.
that they have the strategy, breathing strategy and postural strategy, you know. And when some people jet is the voice, for example, alarm voice. Attention!
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
be careful! This is we can record in the posture, and we see that it's very stiff, and it's not good for the larynx. Okay, but in the same time, I make all the examination in this hospital, in this of dyslexia. Why? Because in this hospital we learn, we teach the doctor medical teaching.
Yes.
I teach also the voice, and what is the problem of the dyslexia? The dyslexia, you know,
Yes.
dyslexia,
Yes.
was studied with my sabot, dynamometric. The first, why we need this sabot? Because to make a research on the dyslexia on the school, the student, doctor, take the sabot in the hand and he go to the school
Yes.
with the computer and he record the normal lector, the reader, normal reader,
Yes.
and the dyslexic reader.
Yes.
And we have a lot of publication according this posture and the dyslexia.
Okay.
And what we said, what we can say about this pathology, I don't know.
Do you think that you were the first to do this?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
In Europe.
Yes, and I think in the world. Man. Why? Because the specialist was in our team of dyslexia, but the neurolog specialist.
Okay.
Uh,
And you found out that
and we
this
found
pathology?
that we found out that the dyslexic person, dyslexic children
Yes.
of maybe of 10 years.
Yes.
They are very, very, very visio-dependent.
Okay.
When they close the eyes, they are unstable.
Okay.
So they depend of the vision, and when they close the eyes, the stiffness grow 2 times more than the normal subject,
Okay.
normal lector.
And
normal
if
reader.
we want to speak about vision now,
Yes?
we have to speak also about another type of innovation, that is the quotient of Romberg of variance of the speed.
Yes.
This was one of your
Yes,
intuition.
in 2007.
Yes.
In 2007, I was invited in CEOPS. CEOPS, it's a group of clinicians, and the thematic was vision and posture. And I showed them in this article, I have the article, I showed them that to take the the surface of the statokinesigram as discriminant describer of the weight of the vision.
Yes.
is not enough. Is not good. It's not
Okay.
good at all
Because sometimes the person.
yes, more or less 50% of the subject of the patient, they are better when they close the close. It's impossible. It means that the eyes doesn't work to stabilize to
Yes.
accurately to stabilize. But
Yes, because if my area is less than the open
Okay.
eyes area,
in my mind, it's impossible.
yes.
It's impossible that 50% they don't use the eyes
Yes.
according to this describer surface area. But
Yes.
we found that only the best describer was the variance of the speed, and we have 2 or 3 publications about this.
Okay.
And
Now we know that it's impossible to control voluntary this parameter, no? It's one of the parameters that we are not able
yes,
to control voluntarily.
this parameters is independent of
Okay.
the visual condition.
Okay.
If you have a target near or far, this describer increase most of the time when you close the eyes. It
Okay.
means that the eyes are necessary,
Yes.
not 50%. More than 90% of the person increase this parameter.
Okay.
So my idea was to create a new
Parameter, yes.
quotient Romberg, which with variance of the speed before condition 1 and condition 2.
Yes.
On any condition.
That allow us to see if it's true or false.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is a big evolution.
Innovation, yes.
Innovation, but I see that this parameter describer at 1994 or 3, I write to Gage, I said this parameter is the best. I prove in 1994, I think, I have this is the parameter is the best. But he said, well, it's not in the norm, so you have not to use it.
So in my idea, I am very curious about, I have, sometimes when I think about a genius, because for me you are like a genius.
I don't know.
Because,
I don't know that I am junior. My job was to...
If we try to look at your life, every 1 or 2 years you have an intuition. No? Are you in a particular state of thinking when you have the intuition? You wake up at the morning and you have the intuition, or this is my question.
Well, I am what they say. They said.
Are you in a particular brain condition, or is an intuition that you have?
You know, the curiosity. I don't know. It's a word, English word. Curiosity.
Yes.
Curiosity. I am curious for all the things, all the phenomenon in the nature, physics and mathematics. Physics and mathematics.
So not only
I want to understand,
but all the things that are around us. Okay.
Yes. For example, in 1980 or 1981, I developed the first ergonomic keyboard.
Okay.
And I have interview from Amstrad, the first computer. They use it, ergonomic, so it's not posture. It's only, yeah. And a lot of, for example, how to open WIT. I don't know what is the name. But it's difficult.
So the answer of at my question is I am curious.
I am curious if something, if I think about something to get the solution, it's good for me. For example, how to measure with laser the height of this room, of the length of the level of something.
Okay.
So I am looking for the solution.
Okay. And you have also a brain of an engineer, so I know that you are never satisfied about something. You want to be.
No, it's not. I don't know why. I see. I never cannot be satisfied. It's, if you are satisfied, you are. Only idiots are satisfied. It's never true. Never true. You have not the true. You have to see what is what you can ameliorate. What you I am never satisfied. Now I am building a special device with 24 degrees of freedom, the device of posture. 24 degrees of freedom. What does it mean? Does it mean that we have 4 plates like
this will be revolutionary?
This is revolutionary, yes, and it's revolutionary in all the field. For example, is narrow, and this is the device, the future of the future, because you cannot get more information. We can do more. It's impossible. But I am not satisfied. I think that I can do better. Maybe the shape, maybe I don't know, but maybe the accuracy. Accuracy, I have 24 degrees of freedom. It means that if I have 24 amplifier and 24 converter, and it's not easy.
Okay. Do you think that in all these years there's a person that has inspired you to do something, or a person that you want to thanks to for this period of your life that is a particular life.
Yes, I think that first, thanks to Jacques Paillard, my boss, Jacques Paillard, because it was an example for me. And second, his student, Maurice Hugon. Maurice Hugon was worse than me, worse. He was never satisfied, never. I told him, he asked me, why you don't publish? I have 150 references, but he said it's not enough. And I reply, and you, you have no enough publication. Your boss, your master have 270 publication
Yes.
indexed, and you have no. I am never satisfied. So everything he has a genius idea. He came to me. We discussed, and one day after he came, he said, "No, it's not." So I got the same the same behavior. It's not a good. For me, it's not good because we have to write, and maybe we write error, but we correct it, and we.
This is the
We
science.
yes,
This
is
is
the
the
science.
science. Okay.
And after, my wife. Why my wife? Because it's difficult for her to live with a man who has one idea each minute. It's a second. So, it's not a good life. And she support me because she knows that it's important for me. And I don't forget that I have around me some friends, and they are fidèle, you know, fidèle. I don't know what it's fidèle in amitié, in friendly,
Yes.
really friendly, and they accept me despite my behavior.
I
They
understand.
accept me. You understand what I mean? And between them, maybe you are. I don't know, but you are a good friend. I have a high opinion of you, and maybe this your réussite. Your réussite is what is the word? Well, if your business, not your business, but if your health, business health is good, I am very satisfied because we begin together
Yes, yes.
in Italy first.
Yes, yes.
And thanks to you, you was able to explain the stabilometry better than me because this.
Better than you is impossible.
No. Better than me for the person is digest your explanation are more digest than my explanation. My explanation are for scientists, and your
Yes,
explanation
yes.
is vulgarization. I don't know what is the
Yes,
the
I
word.
understand what you mean. Okay.
So thanks to you, they in Italy they understand more than in France the stabilometry. Thanks to you, to your
Okay.
explanation.
Maurice, I think, I hope that we continue in
Yes.
this road
Yes.
because I think that you have a lot idea that are inside your brain. Sometimes I
thank
want
you.
to have a USB pen to put on my brain, but it's impossible.
Here I am here in Venetia, near Venetia, with a friend, and with a family. You build a family, you build a house, you build your business, and I am happy. And for me now it's like a holiday. I stop thinking
Yes, yes.
and I try to get a good life with my friend,
Yes, yes.
Matteo. It's your friend, but it's also my friend. I feel like a family, inside a family.
Okay. Thanks, Maurice.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for this interview.
Thank you.
I hope that we will find a way to make a divulgation of this interview because it's important for us.
I don't know, but my English really, I am shame.
Thanks, Maurice.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.